I keep unplugging my controller. Come on. I do, but the other one I can't get the analog to snap in. The DualSense Elite or the Edge. So the right analog on it, not whatchamacallit.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Bearcats offense will have the football first. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this
Boy, we're really old, girl.
Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get
that nigga said this game came out when I was 12. Damn, nigga, really? Damn, nigga. Shit. How old we was? Fuck. 2013. 2013, how old were we?
Most of the time, you're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make
16, 17.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
The Bearcats decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So the Texas Longhorns offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Finds the tight end. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing it.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And they'll blow it dead around the 30-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Bearcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got it in the middle. It's Luck. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. Well, here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game.
Intercepted. And he's still running after the move. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake.
There he goes. Picks up the first down. Bust through behind his pad. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Andrews. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Bono's mints up there catching the football.
Off the play fake. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Going to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
Keeps the play going. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And the Bearcats will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now, not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0. Breaks into the open. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How about that for efficiency on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
And the Longhorns will have it first and 10. Leaves it with the running back. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. He wants to throw it. Touchdown, Texas! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. But we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Dropping back, it's Andrews. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Bearcats line up to punt it away. Fingers, he muffed it.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you can tell they caught up with him and forced the fumble.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it in the red zone. It's sprung. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. From the gun. Give on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try to take this running back away.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. It's a fumble on the play. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Here's the handoff. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Takes the easy completion. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone.
Now that I did that,
He stopped at the 15.
it's like now
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short. And the Longhorns will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged out of the air. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found...
Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's now got 78 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Time to find the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He'll start the return inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. This is a design run. Quick spin on the run. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this.